Welcome everybody, and we just thought that it would be a good time. Believe it or not, it's been 9 weeks since we have started playing bridge, and we thought it would be a good time to go through the basics. So first of all, the cards: ace, king, queen, jack, the honors, and they each have a point value. The ace being 4, the king being 3, the queen 2, the jack 1. You also get suits, various ranking suits, the clubs being the lowest, diamonds, hearts, spades. Also, easy way to remember this is they're in alphabetical order. And I bet you're saying, why on earth is she going through this? This is so basic. But I thought it was worthwhile putting it in because can you remember 9 weeks ago, we thought this was very hard and how we were going to remember it all. Suit values and point scoring. So clubs and diamonds, the lowest ranked suits are worth 20 points each. And this becomes more relevant in the scoring later on. And the hearts and spades are worth 30 points. In bridge, the first 6 tricks of any game are called the book. So when you bid on the 1 level, you have to make 6 tricks, which is the book, plus the 1. If you bid at the 2 level, you have to make 6 plus the 2 equals 8 tricks. And the scoring works on the additional tricks that you make above the book. So for example, if your contract was 1 spades, you would have to make 6 tricks plus the 1 that you bid, which is 7, and spades are worth 30 points. So you would get 30 points for your additional trick that you made above the book, and you'll get 50 points for making your contract. Then there are also bonuses that contribute towards the scoring. So there are bonuses that you get for bidding and playing in the correct contract, and they all have different values depending on a few different things. So if you can see on the bottom of the screen, I've given a few screenshots from BBO. So where you see west and east is red, that means they're vulnerable, and it goes through, it like starts, no one's vulnerable, then north south are vulnerable, east west are vulnerable, everybody's vulnerable, then no one is, and so on. It goes round on how you do it. I don't know if anybody of the mentors wants to say anything about in person how you work it out.
There's 2 different ways. If you're just playing a game with some friends at the table, you have little score pads, and the score pads, you indicate your dealer by like a little, almost like a smiley face around the north, south, east or west side. And again, you don't mark anything for the first hand, nobody's vulnerable. The second hand, it becomes east-west. The third, it becomes north-south. And the fourth is everybody is vulnerable, and it's just marked on as you play it. If you're playing in a big sort of group situation like we have at Avondale on the 4th Monday of the month, it's already done for you. The cards are already put into little boxes, and it says on the boxes who's vulnerable and who the dealer is. So you actually don't have to worry about that. It's already decided for you.
Okay, thanks, Belinda. So this becomes important when we're talking about scoring. So a part score is where anything that's not game. So if we remember that game is 3 no trumps, 4 hearts or spades, and 5 diamonds or clubs. And when you work out the scoring, it's actually anything above 100 points. So when you bid 3 spades or 2 hearts or 4 clubs, 2 no trumps, you're in what's called a part score. So you will get 50 points for making that contract, plus any of the trick values above the book. And there are little tables. You don't have to memorize this. It's not too difficult to do that. It is confusing when I'm explaining it, but you get little tables that tell you what it is. The game bonus, so once you're in game, which is why it's really important to try and get to that next level. So if you're in 4 spades, 4 hearts, 3 no trumps, 5 diamonds or 5 clubs, you then get additional points. You get, instead of the 50-point bonus for a part score, you'll get 300 points. And if you are vulnerable, you will get 500 points. For a small slam, which is 12 tricks, so that's 6 of anything, 6 no trumps, 6 spades, 6 hearts, 6 diamonds, 6 clubs, you will get 500 bonus points, or 750 if you're vulnerable. Grand Slam bonus, this is where you don't lose a single trick, you'll get 1,000 points, or 1,500 points if you're vulnerable. So just to summarize, if our contract's 3 clubs, 3 times 20 equals 60. We only get 50 points for our bonus. We'll score 110 points. If I go to the red line where we've got 3 clubs, we get 60 points. So because the club tricks are worth 20 points, we get 50 points. We still only get 110 points. Makes no difference because we're in a part score. The bonuses are only effective when we're in game. So if you look at the bottom line, 5 clubs, we get 600 points if we're vulnerable, because we get 5 times the 20 equals 100, and then we get 500 points for being in game. So then there are also penalties. So what happens if we make a contract, we say we're going to go 4 hearts and we don't make hearts, we don't make our contract, then there are penalties. So if you're not able to make the number of tricks that you agree, the contract fails and there are consequences, which is penalty points, and the opposition will score them. So anything they're called under tricks. So one under trick is 50 points if you're not vulnerable. If your opposition doubled you, you will lose 100 points, or they will gain 100 points. And if it was redoubled, it's 200. So this table just really tells you that if you do bid too high and you don't make the contract, your opposition will get some points. So for an unsuccessful contract, let's say I called 3 clubs, and I only made 8 tricks, I should have made 6, my penalty is 50 points. If I'm vulnerable, it's 100. If I called 4 hearts and I only made 8 tricks, it's 100 and 200 points, because I am too shy. Yeah. So
that's vulnerable and not vulnerable, the scoring there.
Yes, the red is the vulnerable bit. Okay, so always consider when you're vulnerable, whether the risk is worth taking, because the consequences are twice as much, and ensure that the upping of trick numbers is worthwhile. So, if you're at 3 hearts, sometimes it is really worth going to 4 hearts because there's a nice bonus there. But going from 3 diamonds to 4 diamonds sometimes isn't really worth the risk, because you're not going to get the bonus anyway. It's still a part score. Some of the terminology, a finesse is a technique for taking tricks with lower honor cards, jacks, queens, and kings. So we haven't got the ace. We play from the low card to the high card, hoping that there's a 50-50 chance that the person who has to play low has the higher card and our queen or jack will make. A ruff is leading a suit that is void in one hand and you can trump it. So your trumps really work very well for themselves. An opener, this is the first person to bid. So it's not the first person whose turn it is to bid, it is the first person who actually makes the bid. So pass, bid, the opener is the one who bids, not the one who first passed. A responder is the opener's partner. An overcaller is basically the enemy or the opposition to the opener and the responder. So if north opened, south is the responder, either east or west can be overcallers. A small slam is 12 tricks, a grand slam is 13. So what have we learned about opening? We need 12 plus points to open bidding. If we have 15 to 17 points in a balanced hand, we open one no trump. We need at least 5 cards in a major to open one of that suit. We need to decide and agree with partner whether we play short club or better minor. If you recall, better minor, we'll open the better of the clubs or diamond suit, whereas on the short club, we will always open one diamond if we have 4 or more. Otherwise, it is one club. If we have 20 to 22 points in a balanced hand, we open 2 no trumps. If we have 23 or more points or a 4 loser or less hand, we'll open 2 clubs. So on a first round, we open our hand, and this is what we've got. We've got more than 12 points. Yay, we can open. Do I have a 5-card major? No. Am I playing better minor or short club with partner? We've agreed that. So better minor, we would open 1 diamond. Short club, we would open 1 club. Just a note, some partnerships will call 1 no trump with 15 to 17 points in a balanced hand, even with a 5-card major. So this is, again, something that you need to agree with your partner. It's not right or wrong. It's just whatever you and your partner decide to play. So in this hand, yippee, I've got more than 12 points I can open. Do I have a 5-card major? I do. I'll open 1 heart. In this hand, do I have more than 12 points? Yep. Do I have a 5-card major? No. It's a lot of points. I've got 21 points. Is my hand balanced? Yes. I'm going to open 2 no trumps. Wowza, 17 points. Do I have a 5-card major? No. Do I have more than 1 doubleton? Nope. Do I have a singleton? No. I can open 1 no trump. Nice hand. 24 points. How many losers? 1, 2, 3. What was that bid again? 2 clubs. So 2 clubs is a very strong hand. Just a few tips that I think our mentors have taught us along our sessions, and I thought it was worth mentioning. 4 up the line, 5 down the line. So when you have 2 5-card majors in your hand, you always show the spades first. When you have 2 4-card majors in your hand, you always show the hearts first. So easy way to remember this is 4 up the line, 5 down the line.
Can I just say something? I don't think it's actually necessarily just the majors. So if you had 5 hearts and 5 diamonds, you would do the better of the 2 suits.
Okay.
Rather than the majors. Do the others agree?
Well, you would always try to be in a major over a minor. So it doesn't really matter if you had spades or clubs, whatever it is.
But if you had, let's say, 3 of a major, let's say you just had 5 diamonds and 5 clubs, you would call the 5 diamonds first.
True.
Yeah. Okay. So it applies to both. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Agree with partner whether you're playing better minor or short club, and agree with partner whether you're going to open with your 5-card major if you've got a no trump hand, because people play it differently, and you want to make sure that you understand when they're bidding one no trump whether they could have a 5-card major or not. And also just understand whether at our level, at the more advanced level, everybody plays transfers and Stayman, but for us, when we're playing, not everybody's at the same level. So just understand whether your partner is playing transfers and Stayman. Responses to partners' opening bids. So this is when there's no interference. So if you only have 0 to 5 points, you pass. If you do have a fit with your partner, so if your partner's opened 1 heart and you have 3 hearts and a void and another suit, you can use the distributional points, but only if you have a fit. 6 to 9 points, you can answer partner. With a fit, you can go to the 2 level. There's this little saying, 1, 2, that'll do. Without a fit, you can show a new suit at the 1 level only. You cannot count distribution points because you don't have a fit. And if you don't have a biddable suit, so for example, if you don't have a 4-card major to bid, you would then go 1 no trump. So if partners bid 1 heart, they've got 5 hearts. You've got 4 spades, you can bid 4 spades. If you've got 5 diamonds, you can't go to the 2 level, so with a new suit. So then you need to bid 1 no trump, and that will just tell your partner the range of points that you've got. 10 to 12 points, this is great news. With a fit, you can go to the 3 level. You're telling partner, I think we have game here. Without a fit, you can show a new suit, and this will force your partner to bid again. So you can go to the 2 level if you've got more than 10 points. 13 to 15 points. With a fit, you can go to the 4 level. So in hearts and spades, that would be straight to game. Without a fit, you can show your partner your strong suit, and they will then bid, and you can see if you've got a fit. 16 plus points, time to party. You do what's called a jump shift. So if partners bid 1 diamond, you will jump a level and change the suit. So from 1 diamond, you go to 2 hearts, or from 1 spade, you would go to 3 clubs. So it's up 1 level and you're changing. So partners bid 1 club. So in the first example, we've got 8 points, and spades is our longest suit. And we've got 2, 4, 5. So we bid 1 spade. In the next example, 8 points, 2 equal length 4-card suits. We bid the lowest one first because it's 4 up the line. We bid 1 heart. In the next example, we've got 11 points. We don't have a 4-card suit, but we do have 5 clubs, and we've got 11 points, so we can go to the next level. Oh, we've got a fit with partner. So we go to the clubs.
Sharon, how do you know the partner doesn't have 2 clubs?
There is a probability, Jenny. There's a 75% probability in playing standard American that when partner bids 1 club that they will have 4 or more. But you're right, but you are showing partner a point count. Are you saying that that's the wrong bid, Jenny?
Oh, I don't know whether it's the wrong bid. I think I would, personally, I think I just go to 2 clubs. I don't have a 4-card major, and I have some clubs.
Does anybody else want to comment on that?
Yeah, because it's clubs. Because clubs, if you're playing, if you're not playing better minors, if you're playing 4-card diamond suit opening, then it's a bit of a risk to go straight to 3 when they may only have 2. So I would either jump to 2 no trumps or or just go 2 clubs and have another say on that one. If it was any other suit other than clubs, then yes, I agree with
Yeah.
11 points and 5, you jump to the 3 level.
But Sharon, you're right. I mean, you're saying I don't have 5 spades, I don't have 5 hearts, I don't have 4 diamonds.
Mm.
But, you know, you may have four spades, 4 hearts, that's 8, 9, 10, 11. You might have 3 diamonds and 2 clubs.
No, she's saying no 4-card majors, Jenny. So she's right. The odds are you will have.
Oh, it's
at
an
least-
answer. Okay, sorry. So it's 3, 3, 3.
Responding to 1 club, yeah.
That's 4, yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's still not a bad.
I agree. You either go 2 clubs or you go 2 no trumps.
Yeah, I just think it's safer to go to 2 clubs just in case they've got a very basic suit. They can always bid again. They always
Yep.
have another bid.
Sure.
Okay, so the 3 club bid is debatable. It could be 2 clubs.
Yeah.
3 clubs, depending what you're playing, whether you're playing the better minor or not, or you're saying 2 no trumps.
Yeah, see, this is demonstrating that it's not a rocket, not science, and nothing's cast in stone. You actually thinking about it, you would not go 2 clubs because that's not showing enough points. That's like your 1, 2, that'll do. So you either have to go to 3 clubs or you have to go to 2 no trumps. Otherwise, you're not showing you've got 11 points. So, but anyway, we should move on. We better not get stuck here.
Okay. The next one's 9 points, 2 equal length 5-card suits. We bid the higher one first.
Mhm.
So we go to 1 spade.
Right.
And the last one, no biddable suit in the 6 to 9 point range. And so we go 1 no trump. And that will tell partner that we don't have the points to go to the next level and we can't support them. So in this example, partners bid 1 heart. We've got 8 points, simple response. We support them. The next example, not good enough to support hearts, nor to bid at the 2 level. So we go 1 no trump. Then we've got 10 points, plus 1 point for the 4th heart. It enables us to go to 3 hearts. Tell partner, we like your hearts. And you're inviting them to game. The next hand, we've got no bid. We've got 3, 4, 6 points. There's been no interference. We can go and tell them that we've got spades partner. We're still leaving it at the 1 level. They can decide. In the last example, your hand's weak. Show the fit first and forget the 4-card spade suit. So we go to 2 hearts. Overcalls, also known as interfering. We overcall to compete for the auction. You know, you could open your hand up and say, this is fantastic, we've got points, and then someone opens before you. We also can do it to push the opposition's bids higher. Do this with caution. You can also bid to tell partner what to lead to you. To even think about overcalling, you must have at least a 5-card suit with 1.5 honors. You need to have 8 or 9 to 11 points to overcall at the 1 level, 12 to 14 to overcall at the 2 level, 15 to 16 to overcall at the 3 level. And if you've got more than 17 points, you can double, then bid your next suit. Double, then bid your suit on the next round. And just that action of doubling and bidding your next suit tells partner that it isn't a takeout double. You're telling them how many points you've got. Responding to overcalls. So partners overcalled, what do? With the 3-card support, you, with 6 to 9 points, you can raise to the 2 level. With 4-card support, 4 to 6 points, jump a level and shows support but weakness. So that's the weak jump overcall, but lots of support. 5-card support, you can jump straight to game. If partner double to indicate points, your agreement, no points required to have, you have to bid and bid your best suit. So when partner doubles, and they could be saying, I've got an opening hand, and the next person to bid passes, you have to bid. If you don't bid, it becomes a penalty double. So just, you don't have to have points. You do your best, and you're just telling partner, your partner's probably done it because they've got a good support of all suits, and they want to know what your best suit is. So no points are required to do that. Any questions on that? Leads. Leads are one of the most important things that I've found and learned, actually learned in error, is they can make or break your defense. I know in a few of the games that I've played, the wrong lead has actually led to the opposition getting more tricks than they should have made. So in no trumps, if partner has bid, lead your highest card in their suit unless you have a very good reason not to. Fourth highest of your longest and strongest suit is the normal lead. Top card of a sequence is also a very good lead in no trumps. In trumps, if partner has bid, lead your highest card in their suit unless you have a good reason not to. Top card of a doubleton if you have support in trumps. So if you have 3 or more trumps, then it's really worth getting that doubleton out. And when you play a doubleton, if you go high and then your next one is low, your partner knows that you're most likely void, and they can then play that suit back to you so that you can trump it. Don't underlead an ace in trumps. Choose another suit and lead a suit not bid by the declarer. Hand play in trumps. If you have an evenly distributed hand, you should always draw trumps. If you want to establish a suit to make additional tricks, you should always draw trumps. If you have cross-ruffing opportunities, then evaluate your need to draw trumps, because if you've got shortages in both hands, you can use trumps to draw the cards out. But bear in mind, you need to just have that uneven hand in both suits to be able to get back to do that. If the top trump is out and you don't need to establish a suit, then don't draw it, as it is always going to win a trick. Play the high card from the short suit to avoid blocking yourself. Hand play in no trumps. Count your short tricks. So when dummy is displayed, count your short tricks in your contract, and if you have enough, you just play it. You basically take it and run. If you need more tricks than you have, it is very important to lose your losers first. The reason to do this is so that you can always get back into the game. You don't want the opposition running away with their suits and taking, 5, 6 tricks before you can make establish your suits. So that's what the mentors, when they've been telling us, lose our losers first, we just lose those tricks early on whilst we still can control the game, and establish your longest suits. So when you decide, well, you're going to, your longest suit is clubs, just keep an eye out for discards and clubs, because they will help you establish the suit. Take a note of the opposition's lead. So they lead 4th highest from the longest and strongest, and then don't play that suit, because you will be helping them establish that suit. So when your partner's opened and you have points, so partner's opened 1 spade and you've got a great hand, there are a number of things that you can do. So if you have a fit with partner and you have 10 to 12 points, you raise to the 3 level. Are you interested in game? 13 plus points, you actually bid a new suit. You know you're always going to go back to the suit. Partner doesn't, but they will when you when you bid it. So you're bidding a new suit, you're forcing your partner to bid again, and it's just a way of showing strength. If you don't have a fit with partner, but you've got points in your hand, so 11 plus points, you would bid a new suit at the 2 level. 16 plus points, you would jump and bid a new suit, but it must be a 5-card suit, and that's the jump shift. If none of the above are possible, then you go to bid 2 no trumps with 13 to 15 points, and 16 to 18 points, you bid 3 no trumps. And I've missed the other first ones because we just went through them on the other slide. Opening with 18 to 19 points, balance. So when you open with 18 to 19 points and you've got a balanced hand, but you can't open 1 no trumps because it's 15 to 17, nor 2 no trumps because it's not 20. To show your partner that you have more than an ordinary opening hand, you can do the following. Call your opening bid. Let's say it's 1 diamond, and then at the next opportunity you call 2 no trumps. They will know that you have that very narrow 18 to 19 point. And if partner has 7 to 11 points, they go to 3 no trumps. If they have 11 or more points, then you're thinking about bidding for a slam. So they'll ask for aces, etc. If you've got 18 to 19 points and you're unbalanced, you call your opening bid, the 1 diamond, and then at the next opportunity, you do the jump shift. So the 1 diamond to 3 hearts, and that'll show your partner that you've got a good hand. And partner will have the same response. If they've got 7 to 11 points, they'll go to 3 no trumps. And then you can still decide at that level whether to go to play in the suit or to play in no trumps. So you're in control, but your partner's just giving you a very good indication on how many points that they've got.
You said never underlead an ace. What does that mean?
They're saying don't underlead the ace, so don't lead that suit at all. Try and lead a different suit.
Yes.
So she's saying don't lead the ace, but also don't lead a lower one because your ace may well be trumped later on. So try and just do a different suit and keep that ace to cause trouble to the callers.
And it doesn't always happen like that. You sometimes do need to lead your ace, even though it might not be optimum. It just, the way the hand is, it's what you need to do.
So if you're going to lead an ace or an ace suit against trumps, if you've got no choice but to lead that suit, I reckon lead the ace, because if you lead a low one, you may never get a chance to win your ace, and you might just make them an easy king, and could easily be a singleton. So if you have to lead that suit, lead the ace. Don't underlead it.
Thank
I think
you.
that's what it's saying.
Yeah. Week 2s. This is when you open up your hand and you think, wow, no points, can't open, but I've got 6 of the suit. So there is an opening of, it's called week 2s. So where you've got 6 cards, diamonds, hearts, or spades. Obviously, you can't do it with clubs because 2 clubs means that you have 23 or more points, or 4 or less losers. So it doesn't work for clubs. If you do have 6 very good clubs as well, you can open 3 clubs. But for our level, we'll just stick to diamonds, hearts, and spades. So you've got no 4-card major. You've got 2 honors in your long suit, 6 to 10 points. If you have 11 points, and if you have 5 points. So it's only 6 to 10 points, 6 of the suit, 2 honors, then you can open with 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, or 2 spades. And it's a very, it's a disruptive bid. It's really hard because if you imagine your opponent sitting next to you has got their nice little opening hand of 12 points and they want to open, and you open 2 spades, they have to go to the 3 level to then even start talking to their partner. Then if your partner opens 2 hearts, let's say, for example, and you have 3 hearts in your hand, that's fantastic. So if you've got 6 or more points, raise to the 3 level. If you've got 4 of partner suit, raise straight to game in the heart situation, or 4 level in diamonds or clubs. Then preemptive bidding. So weak 2s is where you've got 6. Preemptive bidding is 7 of a kind and 8 of a kind and 9 of a kind, etc. So 7 cards, you've got no 4-card major, you've got 2 honors, 6 to 10 points. You open up 3 clubs, 3 diamonds, 3 hearts, 3 spades. As I did say previously, if you do have 6 clubs, and they are really nice clubs, a nice hand, you can open 3 clubs. Partner will forgive you for not having 7, but obviously because you can't use the 2 club bid. And then if you've got 3 of partner's suit, you can respond. 8 of a kind, you go, same rules, you go to the 4 level. So if you open up with 8, if you open your hand and you've got 8 hearts, 2 honors, only 6 to 10 points, you go straight to game. You go to 4 hearts. That'll stop the opposition bidding.
Sharon, going back when you were saying about the opening at the 7 of a suit, and you said if you've got 3, if the responder's got 3, you normally have good points, well, opening points to respond at that level. That's how I would do it anyway. I don't know what the others think.
Yeah, I agree, Sarah. I'm just looking at Matthew Thompson's book, and he says basically 13 points.
Yeah, we were always taught never rescue a preempt unless you've got an opening hand.
Yeah, yeah.
So never call, unless you've got an opening hand, you should not respond. But I didn't want to say it because I think that might be the old-fashioned way, and this might be.
Well, I was exactly the same.
Length of the suit.
Yeah, and there obviously, as you can hear, there are obviously lots of different ways of doing it. But I guess what we're taught, and whether we want to say it's the modern way, that's just what they say. Yeah. So okay. I don't know.
I mean, looking at that hand there with your 7 of a kind, my word. We're literally there's only 6 points there.
Yeah, you've got eight losers.
You've got 8 losers. Yeah. So if your partner happened to have 3 hearts and not very many points, you're going to go down big time.
Yep.
You're going to have at least 6 losers if they just have 3 hearts and no other points.
Well, the other opposition's aces and kings aren't really worth much if they're trumping them all.
But they're not going to trump them all.
When you've
can't trump them all.
I mean, the others might win 2 spades, 3 diamonds, and a club, and that's 6 straight away. So you're down 4 straight away.
The thing is, if we've only got 6 points here, and the responder has very few points too, there's a very strong likelihood that the opponents will call anyway, because they must have about 30 points between them. So,
yeah.
But by jumping straight to the 3 level, you're making it very hard for them to find a match, and you can often go down.
You might just double, especially if you're vulnerable.
Yes, so the opposition should say double.
Yeah.
Penalty double.
Right. Yeah. Penalty double.
Yep.
Okay, so why preemptive bidding? It's disruptive. Makes the next person's bid very hard to come in at the next level when they haven't found a fit with partner. Its purpose is to get in the way of your opponents. Your hand will be imbalanced, wise, like you'll have lots of roughing opportunities. So you should win tricks without a lot of points. Be very careful of blockages. Always play high from the short suit. just to explain, always play high from the short suit. If we can see in this hand, we've got, let's say in our diamonds, we've got king, queen, jack, 6, and ace, 10, 9. You would always play, if you were leading this, let's say you were leading, drawing the first card from west, you would play the ace. And the reason for that is you don't want the ace to win that third trick, because then you can't, you're in the wrong hand to get back to play that last diamond. So that's what we mean. Always play high from the short suit. So you play the ace, whereas 3 first, so that you always win the tricks in east. And when you've got, in the clubs, you would play the jack first, winning that between the queen and the jack of clubs, so that you don't get stuck in East's hands when playing the clubs. Hope that makes sense.